We can talk privately here, but I don't have a lot of time.
This won't take long.
Sky invited Stuart and I to lunch, and I want to change into something that I haven't been washing hair in all day. No, I just can't get over how much you look like him.
We're identical twins, very close identical twins. Stuart tells me everything. I know how he feels about you, and I know that you're not well.
Excuse me, Mr. Chandler, but did you tell Stuart you were planning to come here today?
Please, call me, Adam. I want to help. I mean that.
Why don't I believe you?
All right, if I get that exclusive with Natalie Hunter...
If? You're a shoo-in.
I hope so. Anyway, I will need you to get me the latest rape statistics. Also suggest a couple of sidebars. Places that people can turn to, our readers, if, you know, if they need help.
Well, how about if I call Bill in Washington? He gets statistics like that hot off the press, okay?
It's so good to see you.
Oh, you look wonderful.
Oh, so do you. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Thanks, dear. You got remarried. Congratulations.
Thank you. How are you? Are you okay? How is Nina?
Hello, Father.
Nina, it's a beautiful, beautiful, clear day. Why don't you go outside and get some fresh air? Oh, Nina, come on. Let me help you.
You can't.
Yes, of course I can.
No one can.
For pity's sake, Nina. Cliff is home. How can you even consider staying with Matt Connolly?
Buenos dias. May I come in?
What the hell are you doing here? I mean, where's Armando, Julio, huh? Don't tell me you parked an armored Jeep outside my door.
Is that any way to greet an old friend?
Come on in. I can do a lot better than that. Things get too hot for you down in El Gordo, huh?
My cover was blown on the prison break. I was lucky to get out of El Gordo alive.
Well, we should start a survivors club, eh?
What's this?
They call it a knife.
Where is she?
So, you went to college in this country, up here looking for a job?
I have a job. The Revolution.
The revolution's 2,000 miles away.
Well, I'll go back when things cool down. In the meantime, I will raise money for our cause.
You're going to spearhead a fundraiser here in Pine Valley.
Why not?
Why not Washington or New York?
Pine Valley has you.
Pine Valley has Cliff Warner.
Nice seeing you again,
Oh,
Dr.
nice to see
Warner.
you again, too.
Thanks for lunch, boss.
All right, let me know how the research goes.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Look, I didn't interrupt work, did
You didn't. Come on. Sit down, please. I am so glad to see you.
Yeah, same here.
I wanted to call you when I first heard that you were home and you were safe.
Actually, I appreciate it. I need to get my bearings again.
I figured that.
Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you. How's Bobby? I bet he, oh, God, I bet he was in 7th.
Oh, he was. He's very, very happy.
We're all very happy. Listen,
Don't. Okay? Don't.
I did see her after she got back from South America, but...
Brooke, all this really doesn't matter.
How can you say that? She is in love with you.
Wrong. She told me to my face, Brooke. It's Matt she's in love with.
Cliff, when we found out that you disappeared, Nina was in very bad shape. And when she got word that you were dead, she absolutely refused to believe it.
Forgive me, Brooke. I've heard all this.
Matt saved her life. He pulled her out of a hole that you and I can't begin to understand, and he was the only one that could do it. And she was grateful to him.
So what? I'm supposed to be grateful to Matt Conley?
You can try and understand how bad it was for her.
I don't need any lectures right now.
All right. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry if it sounded like I was lecturing. I didn't mean that. Please sit down, please. It's just that you and I and Nina have known each other for such a long time. And I know how much the two of you have meant to each other, and I know how strong
Brooke,
your love is.
Over. It is over.
Did she say that to you? Did she say it's over? Did you ask her?
She married another man, Brooke.
You didn't even give her a chance, did you? You're gonna let your anger stop you from being honest
Yeah, I'm
with
angry.
her?
Yeah, you're damn right.
Yes,
I'm angry.
Of course you're angry. Of course you are. Can't you see her side of it, can't you? Maybe you can't yet. Maybe you can't.
Look, I can understand that it was tough on her. I can.
You know, when someone has been away for a long time, I think maybe they think that time stops, and it doesn't. I mean, they come back home and they find out that time hasn't stopped and things have changed. And that's the reality that you have to deal with. You can't deal with the fantasy of the way you would like things to be. I mean, which is more important to you, to hang on to your anger and your disappointment? Or Nina?
Tom, look at this new issue of Trend. Brooke's name is already on the masthead.
Yeah, honey, what about lunch?
Lunch?
Stuart and Cindy, remember? I mean, I just looked in the refrigerator. It's practically empty.
That's been canceled.
Well, since when? I talked to Stuart an hour ago.
Well, I'm sure that if he didn't know it then, I'm sure he knows it by now.
Cindy must have called him and told him it was off. Lunch is definitely canceled. I'm leaving for Tempo soon.
What are you plotting?
Plotting? I'm not plotting anything. Cindy's tied up. She had something important to do. If you don't want to eat to the goalpost, I can make you a sandwich, you know.
Stuart told me that you're making him chocolate cake.
Will you stop worrying about Uncle Stuart? I'll make him a chocolate cake tonight. I promise.
Hi. Cindy here yet? I'm starving!
Let me tell you what I think I can do. I know you don't make much money at the Glamorama, and I assume your husband neglected to provide for you before he died.
If you mean, did Fred have insurance? No, and I make $5 an hour plus tips.
Enough to make a living, perhaps, but not enough to pay medical bills.
I don't need to borrow money, Mr.
I'm not talking about borrowing money. I'm talking about underwriting your medical expenses.
You want to pay for them?
Every cent.
Why?
I admire your directness.
Why do you want to go out of your way for me? You don't even know me.
Stuart knows you. He says he loves you. I believe you have feelings for him as well.
Yes, I do.
Well, if helping you helps Stuart, that's all I care about. I'm a very rich man. I want to provide you with the best treatment that money can buy.
Well, thank you very much, but I'm already getting that. Angie and Dr. Martin have been absolutely wonderful.
Angie Hubbard and Joe Martin are not on the cutting edge of AIDS research and treatment. I've had my staff look into it. They've questioned some of the best doctors in some of the best hospitals in this country. They've all recommended the same place. It's a beautiful facility just outside of San Francisco.
You want to send me to San Francisco?
You and Scott, yes, on my private plane, just as soon as you're ready to go.
You would do just anything to get rid of me, wouldn't you?
You have got people begging you to sign an exclusive contract to sell your story.
Mother, please.
Honey, they are offering you tons of cash. And all you have to do is talk into their little tape recorders for a few hours, let them take a few pictures.
Timothy is waiting for you at Donna's.
Well, I am sure that Donna doesn't mind having him for another few minutes. Honey, listen. You can't pay the bills. You can't find a job. They're going to take away all your credit cards. You won't let Palmer come up with a decent settlement like you deserve. Will you sell the rights to your story for Pete's sake and start living high off the hog again?
You really believe everything just boils down to money?
The baby has holes in his jammies. The rent is due next week. I haven't been to a beauty parlor in a month. And when was the last time you bought a new dress?
Look, if you want to get your hair done, why don't you get a job?
Me? Now, what do you call what I am doing with Timothy? Who gets up with him in the middle of the night? Who makes his cereal? Who takes him to the park? Me with my lower back pain and my disc problems?
I'm sorry. I do appreciate everything you're doing.
Well, then, will you please come out of that ivory tower of yours and listen to me?
That's probably Donna, wanting to know where you've been.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
May I?
Hi.
Thank you. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd, drop by, say hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Mother, this is Jackson Montgomery. This is my mother, Wilma Marlowe.
How do you do, Mrs. Marlowe? It's very nice to meet you.
Mr. Montgomery was going to represent me maybe in trying to sell my story.
Oh, well, it is a great pleasure to meet you, Mr. Montgomery.
Right. And it's certainly easy to see where Natalie gets her good looks now.
Well, thank you.
I can't believe you're mother and daughter. You look more like sisters.
Now, which was his offer?
The last one that I told you about. Mother Timothy is waiting for you.
You talked to her. Your offer was the best of the bunch. Get her to sign on the dotted line, and sweetheart, do yourself a favor and give this man anything he wants. I'll be back with Timothy in a few hours, and you'll remember everything I said. It was wonderful to meet you, Mr. Montgomery.
Same here, Mrs. Marlowe. Well, nice mom. I am certainly glad that she's on my side. So, how are you? Have a chance to think over what we talked about?
No, really, I don't know what I'm going to do about any of this, and I'm
Confused? Overwhelmed? I can understand that. I know the offers have been coming in.
Brooke English works for Trend magazine now.
And she can be very persuasive, I know. See, that's why it's important for you and I to come to some kind of an agreement here. I mean, if I'm allowed to act in your behalf, I can objectively choose the best deal for you. Plus, I happen to think that you have an incredible story to tell. A story that needs to be told. A story that has a message for women everywhere. Well, I don't want to make a speech here, but I do want you to understand that I don't intend to let anybody take advantage of you in any way.
That's a comforting thought, but I don't think I'm going to be rushing in.
But you know what disturbs me the most is that there are a lot of people out there who are going to try to make a buck off of you any way that they can. Now, Natalie, you're a very beautiful woman. I'm just afraid that they'll use that in ways that you're not going to like.
Don't.
Now, the last thing I want to do is put any pressure on you. But I did happen to bring a contract over for you to take a look at.
Really, I'm not ready to look at a contract at this point.
Well, it won't hurt to look at it. It's a very
I can't look at contract right now, please. You stop it!
What? What did I do? Look, I'm sorry, Natalie. I'm really very sorry. You want me to leave? I mean, should I go? Is that what you want?
I'm not trying to get rid of you, per se. But yes, I don't want you in my brother's life.
Well, at least you're honest.
I love him. He's part of me.
And you don't want me in his life because AIDS is contagious.
I find that a frightening possibility, don't you?
AIDS is transmitted sexually or through intravenous drug use. Your brother is not in danger. I'm not sleeping with him, and we're not doing drugs together.
How old are you, Miss Barker?
What difference does that make?
You know that Stuart can't take care of himself, can't make his own decisions. He depends on me for everything. He always has.
Yes. That's how you see him.
And you don't?
No. No, I see a man who's an artist, a warm, sensitive man who's not afraid to share his feelings. He's caring and he's honest. There's no way in the world he would hurt anyone. I do not see a simple-minded child, Mr. Chandler.
It's a very heartfelt declaration.
Yes. Yes, I guess it is.
The fact remains that you would be better off in San Francisco.
I'll be staying in Pine Valley. Thank you very much.
Has it occurred to you that possibly Stuart would like you to leave and just doesn't know how to say so?
He knows how to say so. And I would bet you a week's worth of tips that he doesn't even know you're here today.
I seldom repeat offers.
No, I would love to tell you what to do with your offer. But I respect your brother too much to hurt anyone that he cares about. Goodbye, Mr. Chandler.
You heard the lady?
Cindy said goodbye.
In other words, get out of the house, get out of here.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Gosh, I've got to change. I have a lunch date with Stuart. I'm gonna wear the new dress I made.
This family owes Warner a great deal. It's true, his background is mundane. He does work with his hands. But he loves you, Nina. Oh, he loves you. He absolutely adores you. But the most important thing is that you feel exactly the same way about him. All right, if I'm wrong, you look me square in the eye and you tell me you don't love him every bit as much as you did when you were 17.
I do. I love him.
Yes, of course you do. He's the love of your life. And the two of you really deserve to be together, and I think I can arrange that.
Oh, Father, just stop it.
Please, just listen a minute. It's a simple legal procedure. Walter Hines can set the whole thing in motion less than an hour.
I don't even want to discuss this with you.
Darling, you said that you loved Cliff.
I love both men.
All right, let me try to sort this out for you. How long have you known Matt Connolly?
What does this have to do with anything?
How long have you really known Matt Connolly? A few months ago, he was just a dim acquaintance, an ex-mercenary turned barkeep. He really started all this trouble when he sent Cliff off on that absurd medical mission to South America.
No, Cliff went there of his own accord. No one forced him to go there.
Yes, but what is a few months compared to the years that you knew Cliff? I mean, he was your first love. You were a girl, just a child. Now you're grown, you're a beautiful woman, and you have never, ever stopped loving Cliff. You raised a child together. Nina, my darling, you are a family. You and Cliff and Bobby. Really, there is no decision to be made here. Really, you're a family. You really should be living in one house. You really should. Mara or Sloan?
I'll get it.
No, darling, down. No, sit down. There, I'll get it. Blasted servant. I don't know why I paid. Cliff!
Hello, Mr.
Well, come in. By all means, come in. Nina. Look who's here.
When you see the
Natalie, I didn't mean to upset you, hon.
I overreacted.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, look, I made the wrong move. I understand that.
I don't know why this keeps happening.
It's my fault.
I'm in counseling. I thought that was helping.
You know, you acted like I was going to hurt you.
Anytime anyone touches me.
It comes back to you that way?
They say that it won't last forever. Could I see that contract?
You've been living through hell. I don't think I realized.
Does it say anything in here about the particular slant a writer might take?
Well, no, that's something we can hammer out later. It's a fairly straightforward contract.
Well, the advance that you're offering is quite generous. I can't get a job, you see. No one wants to hire me, and my son needs new clothes, and you don't need to hear any of that. And I can fix everything. All I have to do is tell the rape story one more time, right? Would you give me a pen, please?
Yes, of course.
What is it?
Call Brooke. Make the deal with her.
I can see the two of you want to talk. I have to make phone calls in the office. This is exactly the way it should be, darling. Go ahead, have a talk, work it out.
I said some pretty rough things the last time I saw you, and I'm sorry. I know this hasn't been easy on you.
Thank you.
Bobby misses you.
I miss him too, Cliff.
It's funny.
What?
Oh, this room. So many amazing things happened to me in this room. There's a time I thought I'd never see it again. I guess there's some comfort in knowing that some things never change.
Past is very important. Cliff, I never would have turned to another man if I thought that there was the least chance that you were still alive.
Nina, the rational part of me really does understand that.
I was dead. I mean, I was dying inside, and Bobby needed me, and Matt brought me back to life.
Don't you understand? Every time I close my eyes, I see you and Matt in bed together. I can't help it.
Yeah, I really thought that our rough times were over when we moved to Hong Kong. I really thought that I would never be with another man as long as I lived. Just you. And then you disappeared. And now you're alive. Cliff, I saw the two of us together at my mother's house. It was wonderful. I want us to live happy ever after like that. That's what I want, but it's not just that. I care about Matt, too.
Oh, Cliff, I know she isn't going to like this, but I just can't stand by and watch my daughter suffer. So I've set the wheels in motion to end the torment for both of you.
Well, then what have you done?
I've talked to Walter Hines, and he is going to petition to the court to dissolve your marriage to Matt.
Tired of...
You told your lawyer to do what?
Matt should get the papers in just a few days. Once he signs them...
No, you had no right to do this.
Nina, wait.
No, it is my decision I haven't made. You had no right to.
But Cliff came over here...
Father, it is my decision, and I have not made it yet.
Well, for pity's sake, what are you waiting for?
Your father does have a point.
She's incorrigible.
Don't talk
talk about me like I'm not in this room.
How long does it take you
Cliff,
to make a decision
please.
like that?
Cliff asked you a question.
I am not going to be pressured into making a decision. Now, I'm going to take the time that is needed to make the right one.
Fine, you take your time. Just don't expect me to wait around while you sift through the evidence.
Cliff, come on now. Wait a minute.
Mr.
She
Garland.
doesn't know what she's saying. Please, Cliff. All right, you see what you've done now.
You had no right. You had no right to serve those papers without asking
Well,
me.
the man you love just walked out of the door.
And you trying to help me? You've made things 1,000% worse.
Don't try to shift the blame for this whole thing on me.
No,
Please
every
don't.
time I try and make some progress, you sabotage me, Father.
If you lose, Cliff, it's your fault, not mine.
When did Nina move out?
Who said she moved out?
Oh, is she living here?
Oh, you must have missed her. She's in the kitchen baking chocolate chip cookies.
Are Nina and Cliff together?
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Well, I don't know either. It wouldn't surprise me.
Your phone is ringing.
So,
You're not answering?
you expecting a call?
Well, what if it's Nina?
Listen to me. I'm gonna set you straight about this Cliff and Nina thing, all right? They're not like you and me. Never were. It's a storybook romance. Poetry, flowers, buggy rides in the park. The whole shooting match. Well, they had bad times too, yeah. But you know, it only made their love grow stronger. So I'm telling you, Pilar, don't waste your time on Cliff Warner. He is a one-woman man, if ever I saw one.
I believe you.
We don't stand a chance, you and me.
I didn't come here looking for love, Matt.
Love.
Look, I agree with you. I mean, there's no place in my life for serious commitments. And I care about Cliff Warner, but I can certainly live without him.
Yeah. An empty bed's not bad either. But what we had was even better.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, passion. No strings. No regrets.
Happens when it happens.
Old feelings don't die.
Nina and Cliff.
You and me. What do you say? Worth pursuing? Stuart?
Oh, peanut butter. I just love peanut butter sandwiches.
Me too.
Sweetheart, would you pass me the olives, please?
Oh. And,
Thank you.
could I have some peanuts?
Certainly.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
No. No, thank you.
Are you too sure that you wouldn't prefer to eat at the goalpost?
Oh, no, this is fine. Thank you, Tom.
Peanut butter sandwiches are our second favorite sandwich.
Well, I understand you two went sledding the other day.
Oh, yes, and the little boys made an igloo.
Ah.
Oh, excuse me. You dropped your napkin.
Thanks. Something wrong, Sky?
No. No, of course not. Would somebody like some more tea? Anybody?
You don't have any milk, do you?
We forgot to go shopping.
I'm sorry.
Sky thought you weren't coming. I told you that when Cindy says she'll do something, she does it. Isn't that right, Cindy?
Yes. I wouldn't have missed this for the world.
like having me lunch with me better than anything. It's true.
Excuse me.
Sky.
Want me to get the door?
No, that's okay, Stuart. I'll get it. Thank you. Adam.
You weren't expecting me, but may I come in?
By all means.
Thank you.
It's my brother.
It's Adam, my brother.
Of course, you can tell that.
Adam,
This is Cindy.
I came to give you these.
For me?
Yes. And to tell my brother something. You're a real Chandler. You have exquisite taste in women.
He likes you.
I hope we'll be seeing a lot more of you.
Well, I appreciate that very much, Mr. Adam.
Baby care.
Brooke, thank you for coming by so quickly.
Thank you for calling. Natalie, I'm very glad that you decided to let me write this story.
Oh, well, actually, I wasn't the one who did decide. It was Jackson Montgomery.
Jack?
Yeah, it was funny. He was offering to represent me in some way, and then all of a sudden he said that you were the best for the job and that I should give you the story.
Was he working on behalf of a particular magazine?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's odd. I don't know why he would want me to sell the story to you, but...
I don't know either. I'll find out. Anyway, I'm glad to be doing it. Have you, thought any more about what we talked about before?
It's about all I think about.
Would you mind very much if I start the tape recorder?
I don't know about that.
Natalie, listen. There's not a judge and jury here. I just want to get your side of the story. I want you to take all the time that you need. Let me read you something, okay? I thought I might use it for the lead. Rape is not about sex. It's about anger and rage directed at another human being in the guise of sex. It's about humiliation and the destruction of the bond between people that we call humanity. It leaves you empty and unable to trust, and it stays with you forever.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I wrote this a long time ago. It was how I felt.
Me too. Ross took my humanity from me. He did it out of hatred. Hatred for himself, but I was the victim.
May I turn on the tape recorder?
I felt dirty. Like everything ugly about him seemed to stick to me, and I couldn't get rid of it. I was terrified. I was also terribly lost. Now it feels as if it's going to take the rest of my life to try to find myself again.
I can't believe he tried to buy her off.
Yeah, well, Chandler would try anything to get whatever he wants.
She's got enough pressure to deal with.
Listen, don't you worry about it. I'll make sure that he stays away from her, all right? And Angela, do me a favor. Try not let yourself get carried away with all of this stuff. I mean, don't let it get to you, okay?
Jesse, it is just so unfair.
Yeah, well, she's not alone. She's strong. She's got you.
And you.
Yeah, well, I have to admit that I was really bugging out when I knew somebody with AIDS was living in my house with my family. Who am I trying to kid? It still scares me a lot. You know, even though I know it shouldn't, it does.
I understand. I do.
Cindy's human, right? I mean, she didn't ask to get sick.
She has a child.
Yeah, and that child is becoming Frankie's best friend. We have to do whatever we can to help him out, Angela. I mean, I wouldn't feel right playing it any other way.
I married such a good man.
Yeah. And you and that good man have the rest of the afternoon off. So, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take you out to lunch. And don't say you can't because, well, because life is too short to waste a single minute when we can spend it together, right?
You're not only good, you're smart, too.
That's why I'm with you. Lunch, Mrs. Hubbard.
Yes, Mr. Hubbard.
I promised you'd do something about it.
I tried.
You're supposed to get rid of her, not bring her flowers.
She charmed me.
Oh, that is wonderful. You're a married man with a family, and you're charmed by a woman with AIDS.
Will you just calm down and listen to me for a second? Cindy is not some gold digger. Somebody is out to seduce Stuart out of his gold. She likes him. She genuinely cares about him. She respects him for what he is.
Maybe if you cared about him a little more, you'd stop him from seeing her.
He's a grown man. He has every right to love and be loved just like anybody else. Now, maybe I'll talk to him about taking precautions, but that's as far as I can go.
Thanks a lot. I knew I could count on you.
Honey, I know you're concerned about the risks. And however slight there are risks, I know that. But hell, life is full of risks. I swear to you, honey, it's not as bad as you think. You forgive me?
I suppose.
Good girl. Tell Tom I had to run, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Where's everybody?
They went home.
What are you doing with the plate?
Don't touch it!
Sky.
It was hers. She ate off of it.
Hey, thanks a lot, Mark.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow, look at that. The special looks good.
You're in a rut.
Hey, I know what I like,
Lamb chops.
among other things.
Well, I'm in the mood for adventure. Let's see here. Free-range chicken sautéed with baby cabbages and served with a medley of lightly poached winter roots.
Yeah, it's stewed chicken with Brussels sprouts and boiled turnips. Go for it, baby.
On second thought, I'll have the chef's salad.
Yes, my girl. Eat that rabbit food.
Oh. There's Jesse and Nancy. Let's go. Come on.
I know what I'm gonna have.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Cindy.
Hi.
Hi, Stuart.
Didn't know you were eating here.
Well, we thought you were gonna be eating over at Tom's.
They forgot to go shopping. Is there any chocolate cake on this menu?
Okay, we're starved.
Well, come on, have a seat, Joanna.
Oh, no, that's okay. We don't want to intrude with your lunch.
Come on, don't be silly.
Come on.
Thanks, Jesse.
Hi.
Who to see? Oh, wow. They got free-range chicken sautéed with baby cabbages and served with a medley of lightly poached winter roots.
Stewed chicken and Brussels sprouts with boiled turnips.
You're blowing this all out of proportion. You know that.
Well, excuse me for not wanting you to die of some horrible disease.
Guy, you don't catch AIDS by eating off a plate that's been through a dishwasher, by breathing the same air, for crying out loud.
I'm not taking any chances.
What are you gonna do? Take it outside and burn it?
You can make light of this if you want to, Tom, but I'm sorry. I happen to love you enough to be careful.
Okay, Benny. Okay, look, just tell him if he calls or if he shows up that I want to talk to him. It's very important, okay? You too. Thanks. Well, Benny thinks that Matt is definitely at home.
You called him.
Well, he's not picking up.
Well, you're not going over there.
I am not going to let you serve him with divorce papers, Father.
It's Cliff you should be chasing after, not that wastrel you married on the rebound.
Well, I'm going to make that decision, not you,
You're
okay?
making a dreadful mistake.
It is my mistake to make, not yours. Now, excuse me. Can you understand that, Father?
So, have I come at a bad time?
I remember those nights in the jungle.
And I remember this knife.
We're the same, you and me. Always ready.
Matt.
Carol?
This is Joan London. Tomorrow on Good Morning America, visit with Charles Gross.